Hey everyone, in this video we will look at normalized schema and what are the problems or the cons of having a denormalized schema. So let's start. So I've got this model here with me and we've got fact internet sales table, and the lowest grain is at a product level, so you're selling products. So a fact internet sales table captures that, and then we've essentially normalized the product dimension. So we've got from dim product we've got product subcategory and product category, and how you read it is that multiple sales items can point to, so you have many to one relationships. So many rows in the sales table point to one product, and then you can have many products belonging to one product subcategory and many product subcategories belonging to product category. So when we've normalized it, we've got a chain of relationships here from the fact internet sales table. So if we've got a many-to-one relationship, then we've got a many-to-one relationship, and again we've got a many-to-one relationship, as you can see here. And so we've essentially just denormalized the whole schema. So we've essentially normalized the whole schema. So how would you denormalize it? We could denormalize the schema by bringing product subcategory and product category as attributes of the dim product. So then we would just have one table, which is the dim product table, and a product subcategory would sit as a column, and similarly product category would sit as a column in the dim product table. And you could do it in the backend either using M, or you could run the SQL or write the SQL. So you've denormalized the table there. Now, what are the cons of having a highly normalized structure? So I've got a few cons listed here, and I'll take you through them. So when you choose to mimic a snowflake dimension design, so essentially you've normalized your dimension, which is a snowflake. So you've got so you've got relationships here which are many to one and then many to ones. So if you've got something like this, you've essentially got a denormalized you've got a normalized schema, and you've created a snowflake dimension. So what are the problems that you could have with that? Power BI loads more tables, which is less efficient from storage and performance perspective. These tables must include columns to support model relationships, and it can result in a larger model size. So essentially your one is that it's taking more space, and Power BI brings everything into memory. So space is relevant if you're talking about millions of rows. It could really slow down the model performance. So denormalizing the model offers that benefit, that you have lesser space being used, which in turn results in faster analysis. Longer relationship filter propagation chains will need to be traversed, which is likely to be less efficient. So essentially, when you're slicing or dicing on a dimension and you're picking, let's say you pick a field from the product category, you pick a field from the product subcategory, and then you pick a product, there'll be a long chain of relationships that need to be traversed, and that could slow down your analysis with the Power BI report as well. So that is not great. And it starts to have an impact when you start talking about a large data set. So in that case, it could really cause problems. The fields pane represents more model tables to report authors, which can result in a less intuitive experience. So let's assume that there's a business user and they want to do self-service analysis. And it's a lot easier if there's just one dimension called dim product and they know all the attributes sit there, rather than going through multiple tables, putting that in your visual and then doing analysis. So it really slows down the analysis. It's not as intuitive. It's not user-friendly at all. So that's why you try to go for a denormalized data model. And it's not possible to create a hierarchy that spans tables. So you can create hierarchy on all the fields that sit in a single table. So for example, you can have color as your highest level of hierarchy, and then you could have maybe region or something. As long as they are in the same table, you can create hierarchy the way you want to. But it is not possible to do it if your data is spread across multiple tables. So that creates problems as well. So these are some of the cons of normalizing a data model or creating a snowflake dimension. I hope you find this video useful, and thanks for watching this video. Please do subscribe to my channel and like my videos if you enjoy what I'm doing. Let me know if you'd like me to take any specific topics. Cheers. Bye.